I've never done this before on Instagram. Anyway, I've got 2 cameras set up in the garden like an absolute influencer. One's actually blowing in the wind. I said that I'd do a Q&A today on Breakthrough. I've had to get my laptop. I've got like 15 questions. So what I just thought I'd do is I'm going live on Instagram now. So I'm going to be talking about Strength Within Breakthrough, which is our 8-week sellout coaching program. It is designed to lay the foundations for you to get a long-term sustainable transformation. And what I'm doing is I'm filming a Q&A for YouTube. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to throw it on Instagram as well. So I have had so many questions over the last 24 hours. We opened spaces on Friday and the response has been insane. I think we're just sat under 40 people on the priority list. Like, I wasn't even anticipating we'd get that many. So we have a certain number of spaces that I've got in my head. So I think I am actually going to have to put a cap on the number of spaces we've got available. So if you are interested, then please watch this video. If you can't watch the whole thing, then come back and watch it on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading it later. But what I wanted to do today was just not go into the details of the program, but talk you through the types of questions that I've had over the last 48 hours and just go into a little bit more information about each area and the things that I've had people ask, because they're the questions that you want to know the answer to. So Breakthrough is insane. Like, we have run, I think this is our 4th or 5th program, and every single time they've sold out. Like, it's an amazing program. Like, I have got 20 years worth of training experience. I've been in the industry for nearly 8 years now. Della's got 20 years training experience. We've both been in and around fitness for such a long time. And it is an opportunity for you to soak as much knowledge off of us as you can for 8 weeks for only £149. You need to be on the priority list to reserve your spot, because once the list is full, it will go to a general release price, which is £100 more. In terms of like the program itself, so I'm going to go into a little bit of an overview, but not loads of detail, because that's what the bloody information pack's for. But Breakthrough is for somebody who's lost themselves. Like, you know, you're going through the menopause and you're like, fucking hell, like when did I get so soft? When did I start people pleasing all the time? When have I always cared so much about what people think? Like, you've just lost your identity. It might be when you go through the menopause. It might be you're like 35 and you've gone through a bad breakup, but you just lost yourself a bit. And that's what I'm really passionate about, because I believe that strength training is like a superpower for you to feel more confident and capable in yourself, so that you show up better. You go for the promotion at work, you have more sex with your partner, you start putting boundaries in place and stop people pleasing. And that confidence then comes into your body, and like you dress differently, you hold your head higher. And that's what I think strength training gives you. It gives you that level of confidence that you just cannot buy. So let me tell you a bit about Breakthrough. So it's an 8-week program. It is for you to lay the foundations. I do not believe that you will achieve a transformation that will fucking be groundbreaking in 8 weeks. I believe that it's a long-term journey, but it gives you the foundations to do that. And I know that sounds like I'm talking my own program down, but I will not say it's a fucking challenge, and I will not say it's a fucking quick fix. Because what we do is about sustainability. It's about giving you the habits so that when you have a bad day, you don't reach for the chocolate or the wine. When you are busy, your routine doesn't fall to pieces because you can't cope, it's so busy. Like, that's what I'm about. I'm about protecting you with this brick wall of resilience that is full of habits. Like, we lay a brick, we cement it in. We lay the next brick, we cement it in. And that then gives you resilience, discipline, and a fucking result. And that's what I'm about. Anyway, before I get any further into waffling and going off on a tangent, I'm going to put my laptop on my lap and I'm going to go through my questions. So one of the first questions that I had was, I've got a holiday in the middle of the 8 weeks. Is it suitable for me? So absolutely, because I am not about smash it as hard as you can for 8 weeks and then fall off the wagon afterwards. I believe that actually to build resilience, to build habits, to change your life, you actually need to learn to do it when life is chaotic. You've got a weekend away, you're going on a date night, your kids are at school clubs, you're in the middle of the summer holidays. Like, I feel that you have to learn how to do it around those things, because if you're waiting for that perfect time, it's never going to happen. Like, you're always going to have something coming up. Like, if it's not September, you're going to start talking about fucking Christmas, and then you'll be saying, oh, I'll start in January, but then you want to have a go on your own in January, and then it's going to be your great aunt's birthday in February, and you can't do it then, and then you go on a holiday in April, and before you know it, you're exactly where you are now. You've said you're going to do it in January, and you still haven't done it, and it's August. So if you've got a holiday or a trip in the middle of breakthrough, absolutely join us, because I am about preaching sustainability. I'm going to give you the habits and the tools so that you don't go on your holiday and gain 5 kilos and feel shit about yourself. So somebody else has asked me, I have a PT, will this program work around your PT? And my first thing I'm going to say to you is, if you've got a PT and you're investing in that service and you're looking at other options to get your result, you really need to address your investment. Because if you're investing in something and you're paying for transformation, or you're paying for fat loss, or you're paying to get stronger, and you're looking at other options, you're probably not getting what you're investing in. So my stance on PT, coming from somebody who has been in the industry for 20 odd years, started their life as a PT down the bottom of my garden. I'm gonna badmouth myself. So I've got a friend and a client called Lois, and Lois has been with me 7 years, as long as I've been doing it. In this last year, she has dropped 20 kilos. And do you know how she's done that? Because I now have influence over her daily habits. I am helping her with her food routine. I'm helping her when life is busy. I've helped her with her emotional eating. I've helped her with the takeaway orders. And that's the things that I can do as a coach online, because you have access to me more or less within reason 24 hours a day. I'm a PT in your pocket. But a PT can't, because they're just giving you 1 hour once a week of their time. However, if you still want to work alongside your PT, we would be curious about how many sessions you want to commit to a week. We'd incorporate one into the PT session, and then you'd have your other ones built by us, which would be more personalised and bespoke. And then we would help you with your lifestyle and your habits, like improving your nutrition, giving you energy so you get up in the morning, you bound out of bed. If you've got a social event on at the weekend, we'll help you navigate it so it doesn't turn into a shit show. Okay, so that's PTs before I go off on my soapbox again. Somebody else said to me, is it really strict, super rigid meal programs? No. Have you met me? I'm obsessed with this current bottle of Waitrose rosé wine, and I have one every weekend and I love it. It's delightful, nice and crisp in the garden on a Saturday or a Friday night. No. However, I do believe that to achieve a sustainable fat loss result, you do have to make some sacrifices. You can't eat what you want. You can't do what you want. You can't live your life as you're living it at the minute, because that's what's got you into this pickle. However, what we do, and somebody else asked me, what does a typical food day look like? So what we do is we allocate you personalised calories based on your questionnaire. So we'll send you a questionnaire beforehand, and we'll also send you your goals questions to understand a little bit more about what you want to achieve. Everything that we do on Breakthrough is bespoke. It isn't a one-size cookie cutter program, because that doesn't get results. We will understand what your goals are. So for example, let's talk about fat loss. I will build calories for a calorie deficit in fat loss. I will then go through and educate you on how to build a food routine. So I believe that you should be eating 4 meals a day and X amount of protein. We will then give you guidance on what your protein sources should be. The power of what we do is we actually have a fantastic app, and that app allows us to see what you're eating when you're tracking your calories. And then we can then go in your check-ins and be like, oh, right, you need to change this, alter this, switch this up. And that's going to give you more energy. It's going to help your hormone health. It's going to help your digestion. So that's what we do. We also talk about actually the quality of your food. So I don't believe in eating loads and loads of processed proteins. I would rather you get your food from whole sources first. But also we need to make sure that your food is affordable and it fits around your family. So what we do is everything is bespoke, everything is personalised to you. If you've got social events, like say you're going out for dinner with your partner, or a takeaway is a staple part of your week to spend time with your family, we will then incorporate that into your plan and help you manage it so that you don't end up having the takeaway and then having the whole weekend off. So somebody else has asked, I always struggle to hit my protein as a veggie. Will this help me? So yes, like 20-25% of my clients are plant-based or vegetarian. And again, I'm not going straight for the artificial proteins. Through the program on your check-ins, we'll be reviewing your food log to actually tell you how you can make tweaks and changes to improve your protein, to improve your nutrition, so that it has a positive impact on the internal factors in your body. When I talk about internal, we're not just about how you look and getting you a fat loss result. I want to make sure that your hormones are healthy. I want to make sure that you're going to the toilet every day. I want to make sure that you're not getting bloating. I want to make sure that your hormonal cycle doesn't kick you in the teeth every month. And that's what we do through looking at your nutrition. So this question cracked me up. What should I put on my shopping list and stock my cupboards up with? So Natasha's like ready, she's going. So if it was me, I would be thinking about, right, I need my staple proteins. So my staple proteins would be chicken, 5% beef mince, eggs, bacon medallions, salmon, prawns. Obviously, I can't have whey protein, but I would suggest somebody gets a whey protein, yogurt as well. Then I would be going for my staple carbs, which would be oats, rice, potato, and sourdough. And then I would be going for quick release carbs. So, for example, I'd be getting lots of fruit in there, like bananas, honey, dark chocolate. Then I'd be going for my fats. So my fats would be avocado, nuts, seeds, nut butters, and olive oil. Get rid of that low-cal spray as shit. So what I would look to do is we will give you support on building that shopping list and building that food routine, and then actually like planning the week ahead. So that's what we go through. Should I be taking any creatine or any other supplements? So with creatine, I actually cover this on one of the educational calls. So one breakthrough, we have an educational call every 2 weeks. The first one is your kickoff call, and that's literally getting you started, going through a lot of this information with you, making sure that you are off to the best start. The week 2 call is normally around like training, so how you can make the most out of being in the gym. Then we do like a gut health and a hormone call, and we talk about supplementation. So I would definitely recommend creatine, starting on a lower dose and then increasing it, because it's really good for your muscle protein synthesis, but it's also good for your brain health as well. Other supplementation, we go through that on the program with you. Okay, so this is a big section, this one, the workout section. So how will the workouts be built around me? So don't know if you know, but I'm a powerlifter. So I believe that everybody should be squatting and benching in the early days, because we all moan about our noodle arms or our baggy skin, or we struggle to get up, but actually squatting, you should be able to get on the toilet for the rest of your life. So that's why I believe it should go into every training program. We then build your accessories based around your body composition, whether you've got any kind of like weaknesses or anything we can identify through your pictures. And then we'd look at your goals as well. So like what your goals are. Is it that you're in a maintenance phase at the minute and you're looking to build, and that will then alter the rep ranges? Is it that you are in fat loss at the moment and mobility support, and then we might add some mobility in there? So it's very bespoke on what you're doing. Can I work out at home? Yes, absolutely. But you know me, I am about strength training. So if you are going to be working out at home, I am going to ask you, have you got dumbbells at home? Have you got bands? And if you haven't, I would suggest that you would purchase something. It's normally a case of like £20 off of Amazon, because I want you to actually have some resistance in your training. I do not want you lifting the 5 kg dumbbells for the whole of the 8 weeks. Okay, so I'm actually experienced in the gym. Will this program be too basic for me? No, because Derek and I have 20 years worth of experience. We are going to be sharing our experiences with you. So because the program is bespoke, it is suitable for somebody who's never ever stepped foot in the gym in their life, but somebody who may or may not have competitively powerlifted. So we will design the program based around your needs, what you need, and what your actual goals are. So it's absolutely suitable for any level of fitness experience. Okay, so this one was really, really good. I liked this one. So I feel really, really nervous being in the gym. And how do you do it without being face to face? Because it's remote. So what if I'm doing the exercises wrong? So with our program, you already know my stance on PT. You've got to look at all of our client results. Every single client that works with it isn't in my back garden. They are online, on the app, using the program. They are people who've never stepped foot in the gym before. We have a protocol for people who are nervous in the gym. We actually have a system that will guide you through to make sure that you feel safe. Because when you're nervous about something, it's the fear of the unknown. It's, am I going to look silly? Am I going to know what I'm doing? What happens if I do something wrong? What happens if people look at me? So actually what we do is we aim to build you a protective layer. So one of the things that we actually look to do is you've got video tutorials of every single exercise on your app, like telling you exactly how to do the exercises. So you can then watch your videos, you go in and you're like, yep, you're going to have a plan. Just going in with a bit of structure and a plan actually gives you confidence, because you're not worrying about what you're doing. You're worrying about the plan, trying to find the machines and stuff. So you actually will be so supported. And like I said, we've got thousands of transformations and testimonials from people who have felt nervous in the gym, and they now are taking up space, feeling confident in themselves, feeling more capable. And when you do things you're afraid of, that is where you build confidence, because you're literally going to show up and you just feel better about yourself. Okay, so how do I know if I'm doing the exercises right? So I'm going to talk you through them on the tutorials, but also if you're really, really stuck on exercises, we can do video analysis to support you. Okay, so I was on Strength Within and I might have been on Breakthrough before. So this was a client that was on Breakthrough, moved to our one-to-one program and then had to stop for affordability issues. Can I come back? Yes. Existing one-to-one, not existing, you're already sorted. Previous Breakthrough clients, we will welcome you back. Previous one-to-one clients, please join us. Like, I'm going to be really transparent here. The reason that I have built Breakthrough is not only to share my experience, but the reason it is so reasonably priced is because investing in a coach is a big decision. Like, it's a very taboo thing in the fitness industry. Like, you don't put your price tag on it for some reason. It's so weird, but it's a taboo subject. But actually, it's because it's a luxury and people don't believe they deserve to spend their money on themselves. They talk themselves out of it. Like, especially my clients. My clients, the majority people who are low confidence, have low self-esteem. They don't trust themselves anymore. They talk themselves out of things. They don't believe they deserve it. They put everybody else in front of themselves. So when you're asking them to invest in themselves, they pretty quickly talk themselves out of it because they're like, oh, well, something else is needed more than this. Oh, that person needs that. Or the kids might need something. And at the end of the day, you're at the bottom of the fucking pile. You're not even turning up for yourself at the minute. Like, and when you invest in something like this, it's going to change your world. It's going to give you that sparkle back. It's going to give you that glow. So the reason that we've built Breakthrough is because it's such good value for money, but it gives you an insight into what we do. I do not make it a secret that it is an amazing thing for you to then lead into our one-to-one program because you see how amazing we are and what we do for our clients. Like, we go over and above. Like, literally, I work way too hard because I care about your result more than you do. So yes, come back. But also, if you're talking yourself out of this at the minute, stop. Give it a try. I'm not going to do a fucking hard sale on you at the end. I'm going to tell you what we do and how we do it. And it's up to you if you want to carry on. But I don't think you'll have a decision because this program speaks for itself. Can my partner join? I love this one. So at Strength Within, we've got our Christmas party in November, and we've actually got an award called Mr. and Mrs. Strength Within. Last year, Graham and Nicola won it. This year, we've got 10 couples in the community. And they're all fighting for the title. So yes, I actually really enjoy working with men and women. And we find that actually a lot of the women join and the men then get inspired by the women's journey and they then join as well. So please include your partners. Do I actually get to meet you? So as we've explained, it is a remote program, but we are actually going to be holding a Lift Club seminar on the 5th of September and also on the 11th of October. So there will be an opportunity for you to come along to that seminar. Okay, so somebody asked me, they've recently had a knee replacement. Could they join us? The goal of this particular person was to actually lose body fat. So because they've had their surgery, if they actually lost body fat, that would actually help the knee replacement. And then we would tailor the program around their rehab and their recovery. So yes, absolutely. If you've got an existing injury, you're not going to be able to do nothing. It's just going to be a case of us adjusting what you do to support that injury. Okay, time. So a mum asked me, she was like, I'm so busy. The kids starting school in September. I just don't have any time. How much time is this going to take me? So I'm going to be really honest with you. In your first 2 weeks, you're going to feel like a dependent child. You'll be like, what am I doing here? This feels all overwhelming. Everything, I don't know what to do. But as you start to build your recipes into the app, as you start to build your meals, as you start to build a bit of a routine, we're going to help you with organising and planning your time to make sure that you have the best success. So it depends on you. Like, I would like my clients to want to work out 3 times a week because I think that's a really good balance. If you are a busy mum, I would absolutely love you to go to the gym rather than working out at home because you need to get out of the house, love. Like, you need that time away from the family to be you, to have your space, to do your thing. And I think that is really, really important. So time-wise, you're going to spend a little bit of time checking in throughout the week, which is going to be maybe 10 minutes reflection. There's going to be a daily habit tracker at the end of every day, which probably takes about a minute. And then obviously you're going to have to update your app with all of your information so that we can then support you. But time is an investment in yourself for you to get your result. So it's absolutely going to be worth your time. So somebody's put on here, how does the app work? I'm not very good with technology. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a video of the app separately on my phone. But basically how it all works is you'll have like a daily, hopefully I'll do this as I go through, a daily habit tracker. And that daily habit tracker is like your data for the day. That then data for the day averages across the week. So that's like the stuff that we need to be able to do your check-ins. Then your check-in is like your emotional story. That's your story for the week. That's the thing that adds meat to the bones for the daily data. You've then obviously got your food tracking area, and you've also got your workout program, and we have an amazing content library that is full of hundreds of recipes and all of your information that you need for breakthrough. So that is my Q&A done for the time being. If I get any more, I might jump on and do another one halfway through. But if you are on the fence at the minute, you have got absolutely nothing to lose. Like £150 or £149 to be specific for 8 weeks worth of coaching is an absolute steal. And one of the most common things people say to me is, I cannot believe I didn't do this sooner. Because the type of wins that you get from something like this in a short period of time, like I've just spoken today about the fact that I've lost £8 in 5 weeks. And I feel like a superhero. I'm obsessed with my veins in my arms. I obviously want that look, but I've got so much energy. I'm bounding out of bed. My digestion is good. I've got no bloating. I feel so good in all my clothes. I've bought new bikinis. And this sounds really shallow, but I'm getting so many compliments from people that it's actually giving me more confidence. So all of those little changes, like when you walk past the mirror and you're disgusted by it at the minute, like I'm walking past the mirror and I'm like, oh yeah, flex. Because I'm like, I feel so good in myself. And if I feel like that when I'm already in shape, imagine those small changes that you would achieve, and you're living an unhealthier lifestyle than I am. So it's going to be groundbreaking. In 8 weeks, so much can happen. Like we've had clients that have lost up to like 22 pounds and no longer getting like pain in the mornings. They're getting out of bed. Menopausal symptoms are dampened, so you don't feel so much brain fog. Your energy levels improve. Your skin improves, like where you feel really dry. And also you're just going to find this new level of confidence where you're just going to put boundaries in place. You're going to stop people pleasing, and you're actually going to do something for yourself. So I've put the link for the breakthrough priority list, which you need to be on. The spaces go live on August bank holiday weekend, and they will sell out. And once they sold out, when I talked to Derek about how many we could put a cap on, it will go to the general release price, which is £100 more. So you need to set your alarm for 8 a.m. on that Friday. The programme starts on I think it's the 7th of September, the Monday of September. So you've got no excuses if you're in the midst of school holidays at the minute, because you'll be done with school holidays. The kids will have gone back to school, and you can focus on building that routine again after craving it so much at the minute. And you know what I'm talking about because you're feeling it now. If you're on YouTube, I've dropped the link underneath in the description to join the priority. But if you have any other questions at all, guys, please just reach out and ask me. But yeah, have a great day.